Hey guys, Daily Options Guru here, Think Tank Trading. Thanks for joining my live watch list. A lot better day today than we've had in the last couple weeks, to say the least. Looks like the tech sell-off was essentially halted temporarily, and the S&P 500 also broke its downtrend. So I'm going to jump over to SPY and show you guys a continuation of last night. So right here, once SPY hit all-time high at 395.06, we were just downtrending. I know that we've seen some bullish days in between, but essentially every time we reach these higher levels, we were rejected, and each level actually came down harder. So I was waiting to see and make sure that that wasn't going to be the next step. As you can see, we tested this level again. This is where we closed at yesterday. And with the sentiment in the market, with the stimulus bill and things like that, we pushed to the upside today and essentially broke that downtrend. But we're not completely out of the water yet. It did kind of sell off towards the end of the day and is holding right up at that resistance area. So tomorrow is going to be a key day. But the last I seen on the stimulus is the final vote is going to be tomorrow on that. So I think that we probably rally again tomorrow. We'll see how much of that today is priced in for tomorrow. But overall, really good day today. We stayed true to our core positions. Nano Dimensions, we averaged down on. Palantir, CRSR, Crispr, all these things we bought low. A lot of the space SPACs I've been showing you guys over the last week, all these things are up right now. And we bought into fear, like I showed you guys last night. And we were rewarded for that today. So the first one on the watch tonight is Crispr Therapeutics. You guys know this is one of my favorite long-term stocks in the world. I love what they do. It's revolutionary way of medicine and thinking. And since their big rally and their breakout from $111, you guys can see the clear pattern here. This thing rallied, broke out, hit $220.20, right? This thing just hit $100 within the last couple days. It lost 100% gain. So from its rally, right now it's sitting right at its 200-day moving average, as you can see. It bounced right off of it. This is a long-term support level for this stock. I could expect this thing to push higher, all right? This just bounced today with a lot of tech and pretty much everything today, but this was in extreme oversold areas. We're getting some buying volume in there. We'll see how high this can go. Jumping over to the 1 hour, it has a few levels it needs to knock down in order to get anywhere near its $200 range. Short-term price target for this is just going to be between $140 is my first price target for Crispr. They do have news soon. They're in partnership with Editas and Illumina, as you all know, and they do have news coming soon in regards to type 2 diabetes. So whenever news like that drops for the entire genomic sector, I can imagine that's major news. We've never had a cure for anything like that in history, and it affects a large amount of people all around the world. So I'm going to be watching for Crispr to bounce tomorrow. And we're going to be watching some other genomic stocks that are currently penny stocks right now to kind of move right along with this, all right? The second one, while we're on this same topic, I'm going to show you guys, and it's one that I posted last week and told you guys to get as low as you could. It hit a low of $11.30 last week. It is Hims and Hers Health Incorporated, all right? This is a very new company. This was most recently a SPAC, as you all know, right here at the $10 range. It was found out that Kathy Wood of ARK Invest was buying into this company. It got a lot of attention, a lot of momentum, and it was just a product of its own popularity early on, and especially the popularity of Kathy herself. This thing hit a high of $25.40, so it has since came all the way down back to its base price. But right now it is bouncing, and I've looked into this company. This company has a lot of room to grow, all right? What this company does is they're basically going to allow you to get all the medication and things that you need right through their website. You don't have to go in and see a doctor. no matter how embarrassing it is, whatever the problem is, you're going to be able to get whatever you need, and it's just a different way of thinking, and it's going to be less time consuming for going through the entire process of scheduling a doctor's appointment and doing all that. So I'm going to jump over to the website real quick and show you guys what this company is about. So as you guys can see, the very first thing on the website is hair loss, erectile dysfunction, skincare, anxiety, and depression, right? And why is that important? Most people, even if they're going to their primary care physician, they don't want to bring things like that up. Nobody wants to say they have erectile dysfunction. People are embarrassed about their hair. Same thing with women. They got a lot of different problems. People don't want to admit anxiety and depression. So as you can see, they have all these type of things available right through this company, as well as many other things that I'm going to show you. All right, so a couple more things that you guys can see. Hair, sex, COVID-19. You can see they have a home saliva test, so that's a big deal as well. Pretty good deal on those. Skin, primary care. So typical, regular, everyday things. If you guys have pneumonia, bronchitis, sinus infection, all the things that everyone's had these things throughout their entire life. You guys know if you have a sinus infection, all right? You do not need to pay hundreds of dollars to see a physician if you don't have insurance to be told you have a sinus infection. We've had it enough to where we know what's wrong with us for the most part. I'm not saying self-diagnose for everything, but if it's something very common, why not just go through this and get the medicine that you know that you need? And as you guys know, they can be wrong also. How many times do you guys hear of a doctor prescribing antibiotics for viral infections, right? If you don't know, that does nothing but actually hurt you, because if you're taking antibiotics and you have a virus, antibiotics are not going to kill a virus, okay? And it's just going to build up your immune system to where the next time you get an infection, it's going to be, resistant to the medication. So you want to take these things in small increments. That way, they do not build a defense against that. Other than that, they have mental health and supplements, okay? So this thing has a little bit of everything, but you can see what their niche is they're primarily going to focus on things that are embarrassing to people. And that is a big thing for a lot of people. So I like what this company is doing. I like the potential upside for it. You've seen the rally that it already had. I think that we're getting a steal at this price, and we're getting it at a discount because most SPACs sold off, all the way from Open Door to all the space SPACs. Every one of them took a beating last week because of the panic in the market in regards to the bond yield. So I'm going to be adding to my position on this, and look into this company yourself and see if it's something that you would want to invest in as well. All right, the third one on watch tonight, guys, is going to be ticker VEEV. This is Viva Systems. If you do not know what this company is a big deal, and they've been very, very consistent since last summer. We used to swing trade this thing every time it hit 260 range. Every time it hit 260, we're getting $280 calls on this. This thing would just print for us every single time, all right? It has since lost support, and it lost its 200-day moving average. So this is kind of just a byproduct of all of the NASDAQ selling off, and this company just sold off with it. But if you can see its levels that it's at right now, it's in a pretty good place. So it's leaving the oversold range. You can see it testing this resistance right here, and it has not been able to get past it yet. However, if we can go up tomorrow and reclaim this support level, I absolutely do believe that we're going to trend up and push towards this 296.56, right? We're still at 251, so that is a significant options gain if you were to get into the stock. We'll jump over to the options chain here. The implied volatility is not terrible, not for an expensive stock like this. 47% all the way to 97%. You see the open interest is in the thousands for the common price ranges on this. And this company is just a beast. Look into it yourself. This thing is going to do nothing but grow. When I think of growth stocks and I think of software and the health sector, this is the first stock that I think of. So I'm going to jump over and show you guys right here on Tip Ranks what the typical PT is for this company over the next 12 months. And you can see that it has an average of $327.81. Most recently, 5 days ago, 6 days ago, and 7 days ago. Every single one of these are over $300, except for one guy has it at $294. And we have one sell on there, reiterated 6 days ago. But his price target's essentially pretty close to where it is now. The rest of them have this thing going over to $335 to $350. I know the Motley Fool and a couple other big guys in here, they're really big on this company. Year over year, their revenue has only increased, and 90% of biotech companies said that they would like to use the type of software that Viva Systems uses to fast track getting their FDA approval. So look into this company. I think if tech rebounds, this one's going to rebound in a hurry. My minimum price target on this this year is $280 to $300. That is by my most conservative estimate. Jumping over really quick, guys, before I show you my next watch, I want to show you two that we brought up last night. So the first one last night that we went through was CleanSpark. So I told you guys, watch out for CleanSpark today. That was what the entire live was last night. This is where we were. I told you look out for this thing to start busting through these levels, and that's exactly what we did today. The options went up 120% today for $35 calls and for $25 calls. This one right now is currently almost at another resistance level. If it can get past this, this is going to go even higher tomorrow. So this one was going up. The reason this was my number one watch was because not only is it a crypto play, it's also an EV play. Both of those were moving in conjunction today. You've seen Bitcoin going up towards 56,000, and you've seen Tesla just flying all day today. So CleanSpark has their microgrid, and they also bought a crypto mining company. Their goal is to be the most sustainable, efficient mining company in the world. And they've also added to their mining within the last week. So this thing made a big move today. If we can get above $28.24, and this can become our new support up here, watch for CleanSpark to go even higher. You guys seen where this hit in the past, hit 42.60. We're still all the way down here, guys. So we got a lot of room to grow. If we can get past 31.51, we have a nice gap to fill up towards $40. So keep an eye on this still, even though it already moved 100% today. All right, guys, the last one on the watch is going to be ticker symbol Prlb. All right, this is Proto Labs. This is a 3D printing company, and I'm going basically off the technicals for this one. You guys see this had strong support at 113.62. We just barely touched that the other day. Very oversold, and this thing hit highs of 286.57. So we're sitting at 127.61 right now. If 3D printing starts to trend again and the overall market starts to trend again, look for this thing to go up in a hurry, okay? It's a very, very good company. It just ran too hard too fast. So I'm going to jump over and show you what this website does as well. I'm going to show you guys a real short video on this. Their website is actually down at the moment, but I do want to give you a real quick glance.
Since 1999, Proto Labs has been changing the traditional rules of manufacturing. Due to our digital approach to quoting and manufacturing, as well as highly experienced staff, ranging from software engineers to mold technicians, we can manufacture custom prototypes and low-volume production parts in as fast as one day. And yes, that includes traditional manufacturing processes like CNC machining and injection molding, in addition to 3D printing. Find it hard to believe? Let's take a tour through one of our manufacturing facilities to see firsthand how we transform a customer's CAD model into physical parts. It all starts with computing power. In fact, this was one of the world's most powerful computer clusters just 5 years ago. It has since been surpassed by the likes of Google and large government agencies, which will concede, but it still remains the most advanced system in the manufacturing industry. Once a customer uploads a design at protolabs.com, it's analyzed using our proprietary software, and an automated quote is generability, with it including EDM machines, mills, lathes, injection molding facility in Rosemount, Minnesota, manufacturing time and cost. But sometimes we are shipped out to customers. This entire process can happen within days. As we move down to the floor, we'll pass by our liquid silicone rubber room. Although not a certified clean room, we do keep it isolated from the rest resistant grades and in multiple dropper molds and one of our mold storage areas.
I want to show you guys the whole video on that, but if you would like to, just look at Proto Labs on YouTube or Google it in any way. I'm going to show you guys some financials on the Discord later. There's a reason that the stock ran up the way that it did. From a person who's been in a manufacturing field, I used to build armored military trucks for a living for a long time. I worked in engineering, and I'll tell you right now that companies like this have a lot of upside. They're just going to go through the growing pains of being a growth stock. So keep that in mind. Watch this stock. And we do have so many more that we're watching tonight, guys. I can't show all of them to you on this short video, but I am going to be live tonight on the Discord. And over the next couple days, I'm going to post all my favorite marijuana stocks for the Tilray-Aphria merger, and I'm also going to show you guys my favorite space stocks for the ARKK ETF that is going to be opening up soon. I just showed you guys recently the SEC filing for the ARKK ETF is official. So whenever that does happen and that opens up, you better believe that the space sector is going to be hot that week, and we have a lot of these things at the floor right now. So hopefully you guys got something out of the video. The next one I'm going to be making is going to cover selling covered calls, all right? And a famous quote by Warren Buffett is, when you sell covered calls, you become the casino, not the gambler, all right? Thank you guys for joining, and we'll see you all at Open tomorrow.